Okay, yeah, my summer car is quick to set up, so I don't know why I bother with a full 5 minutes. I suppose I just force of habit and I like having the time to sit down, relax for a bit. Good evening, welcome back to my summer car. Last week we died, so whole new game, the fourth, the birth of Balaam the Fourth. Nope. The fourth. Yep, permadeath on, and let's be born. Yep. Oh, it's not going to load before it starts crying. Anyway, on to 1995. I haven't changed the mod since last week, despite the fact that I really should just remove that wait mod, because that's what killed me last week. But I guess at this point, I can only wait when I'm at home in the lounge room. That would be the way to set that up, and I can only wait 2 hours at a time. Those would be restrictions to be sure that I don't kill myself again. And let's get to it, building the car. So driver's seat needs to go in. The rear left trailing arm. I mean, I have to screw them in as well. But those two in as quickly as possible to try trigger the uncle. I don't know whether it's any one of them or if it's a specific one at random. So these are the two that we can do quickly. Okay, that's why I like this mod. Because you think you're looking at it, and then you go back to another different size. But it tells you if you're definitely looking at the bolt. Slightly too big. I mean, that's the biggest part of actually highlighting the bolt and telling me that I'm looking at it. Actually, there is another mod that does that, but it highlights all the bolts in the area, when I'd rather it just go for the one that I want. Lightly. Okay. I mean, I'm not too averse to scrolling through every single wrench over and over. I just want to be sure that I'm looking at the bolt. Because there's been times where I've gone through the entire set multiple times, simply because I wasn't looking in quite the right spot. There's those two. Now we build the engine. I suppose I could do what I did on the first two lives and just go start chopping wood in preparation for that job. I don't know. I'd rather put the engine together first off before going out. It doesn't have to be in the car, just in one piece. Come on, bearing. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. Okay, pistons. Currently lined up for the side to be the front, so should go there. Or is it in that side? That make me turn the engine over. I put the oil pan on. Now that's going to make it uneven. Whatever. Not that it matters. I should also reset my to-do list. Because everything's back to the beginning again. And I haven't touched it since last week. I think it really got to me that I was killed in an instant by the mod. Well, not an instant. I probably could have survived if I drank that beer that was right in front of me. As that was the faster animation than smoking. Then again, I'm following that restriction. If I use the wait mod, it has to be in the lounge room and no more than 2 hours at a time. That should stop me from getting killed. Yeah, I don't feel like listening to banjo at the moment. Well, there's something a bit more smooth. Feel out to. One size too small. Or two sizes. No, one. Okay, I guess front end now. I should put the gearbox on so that it sits flat. Hold on. No, I'm looking at the back. There we go. I love how dropping the engine causes a impact sound from the car itself. Right, the smallest. I shouldn't have put those 2 bolts in. Do I normally leave the oil pan off until last? Camshaft. Marker is there. That looks like lined up. Chain. That's locked in. Cover. Oh god, I've just noticed this. That's going to annoy me forever now. I don't know if that's a glitch or if that's been like that every single time. A water pump. Water pump pulley. Okay, what's next? What's be next? Still doing the front, so it should be crankshaft pulley. And then the alternator, and that's it for the front. Back it out by 1. Okay, from the side now. Carburetor and exhaust. No, technically you're supposed to put the exhaust on first. Because the carburetor bolts into the exhaust as well. Got a return feed for unburnt fuel. Supposed to stop backfiring. Or something, I don't actually know. I wonder, should I use the proper engine hoist to put the engine in? I haven't been doing that the last few times. I've just literally dropped it in the engine bay and got it close enough to align. There really, I can't remember, is there no bolts on the center? Oh, there's one. Guess we're onto the back now. Hello, Auntie. Welcome in. Just rebuilding the engine after last week's death. So starting over. So I'm pretty much almost done with the engine. I'm annoyed that I haven't gotten a call for the firewood yet. Because I'm going to go off to the mansion and town to pick a few things up. Part of me is also tempted to grab the Rusco. No, this is a new save. Because I died last week. Actually, I don't think you were here last week. And it's still my summer car. Damn it. I don't want to work on the floor. Yeah, I can't exactly be sure because I've had this car built every single save. It's really just going to keep rolling off the table on me. Yeah, you'll sit on the floor just fine. There we go. Okay, gearbox first. Well, yes, song request is on. Exclamation mark SR, then the name and artist, well, song name and artist name. Because the links are disabled at the moment. Oh, I think the cover plate goes on first. That's better. Oh, no, that's not right. We need the flywheel and clutch. Tell me where do you go? Tell me when I'm not around. Yep, that looks like it went through. Yeah, I can see it in my list. I have to make sure because not many people use it. Actually, I think you're the only one who's ever used it. But there's usually 2 bolts together on one of these. No, that's all in anyway. For most of it, yes. Because I went from playing Car Mechanic Simulator straight into my summer car. So I already had an idea of where everything went. Actually, that's the entire reason I bought my summer car in the first place. Because I was in a state of mind of I want car building simulators. I bought a few of them. It comes down to if you want to... comes down if you want to learn how to build the car or know how to build the car first off. And then it's whether or not you can accept that the game is designed to be fairly difficult to do. And that if you're not careful, you will die. Yeah, I'm not so much thinking of whether or not I recommend the game. I'm thinking of whether or not someone who's got no experience with cars would enjoy the game. Do I recommend the game? Yes, I do recommend the game. Will you find it enjoyable? That's the variable that I'm not sure on. I mean, in Steam, I bought it. Yeah, I bought it directly through Steam back when it was in early access. Like, you'll hear me mention of how early I bought the game. Back then, the wheels were in the garage. Like, back when I bought it, the wheels were in the garage. You started with the van and the truck. Trying to think of how much, if anything else has changed, really. If the job system has changed, it used to be whether or not you got a call didn't matter. You could just turn up at the people's place and do the job and get paid. Now, if they don't call, you can't do the work. So yeah, I started playing when this game was easier, actually. It's just been getting, got more difficult the further through early access it went. Where are you? Up there. Okay, engine in the car. Hmm. Okay, so the question is, do I take... Well, I have to take the tractor. Actually, no, I don't have to take the tractor. That's the question. Do I take the tractor or take the boat? What time is it? Now that is 6:30. Wait, 6:30. Okay, Timo's closed. I think, unless he closes at 8. But either way, if I take the tractor, I won't get there in time. So I'm thinking, get the Roscoe from here, shove it into the lake to kill the wasps, drag it back out, use the screwdriver to start it, and use it as the go-between between the boats and the town. just up here. That or use it as the main. Yeah, the current one, it's the only beginning is mine. I can see your next one is queued up. Just thinking, I could use the Roscoe as a car to use until I get the van. Despite how terrible it is. Of course it means stealing the Roscoe. And basically always having to have a screwdriver on hand to start it. I was about to say I should look for one of the wrecked cars to get some money, but my normal method is to use my Summer Car Editor to pull up the map where they are. But I literally just started this save at the start of stream, so I haven't actually saved yet. So I can't look at the map to see where they are. I guess just finish building the car before I go out. Spend the day putting the car together, then head out tomorrow. Come on, where are you? Come on. And that's the entirety of the rear suspension. Actually, brakes. I'll admit this kind of annoys me, the way the brakes are depicted in the game. But then also I get it. Brakes, especially drum brakes, would be a pain to put together. Okay, now that's the entirety of the rear. Sorry, maps, as in how many songs, or? I mean, in the game, there's only one map, but... Yeah, sorry, I'm not sure what you meant by... Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what you meant by maps. I mean, it's just one large map around a lake. Why I keep looking at this, because this is the entire map of the game. And you always start here with this car in the same condition. Or if you're meaning how many songs you could request, I think it's 2 in a row at any given moment. I think it is. It might be 3. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at that system in ages. Windle first. Yeah, with how many... This is the 4th time I've been through this game, so... More of a chill game to me. Despite the fact that it does kill me. So I don't have much to say right now. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've got a weird dislike for most PvP games, so... Yeah, I don't exactly enjoy watching them. Also means I won't play them. Just the brakes and steering. That should be it for the front. Damn it, can't reach. Did I really? Yeah, I already had the right size. And that's the steering put together. Well, still needs a wheel. Where did they... Right, it's up here. And this will get swapped out as soon as I can get to Fleetari's. Like, what have we got left? Bumpers, body panels, the dashboard, lights, the fuel system, cooling system, brakes and clutch, electrics. Still a fair list. Almost the entire day to get that far. I'd say about halfway through the car. Just trying to decide if I start up the sauna or if I reckon my stress will stay low enough to get some cigarettes. Because the alternative is to start swearing. Yeah, I'm going to use the TV to max out my fatigue instead of going to bed early. Or waking up early. While we're doing this, I want to double check something. When do I get the van from Uncle? Voivo. So borrowing the vehicle, a internal timer in anywhere between 30 minutes and 1.5 hours. Okay. Must install, okay, at least one of driver's seat, engine block, rear left tail arm. So I put the left tail arm and the driver's seat in within 20 minutes of me starting. So we're within that timer period now. Let's see if we get the van straight away. I don't see the van, so we're taking the tractor. I'll leave this light on. I need to take the tools with me. You know what? Really? Well, it's not like it will stop, what's his name? Timo from opening the store. Grab this money. A gift to Bellingham the Fourth. Random gift of money, 577 marks. I'm going to move the tractor over to the house so I can put a couple of things inside of it before we leave. I mean, it's not like I can stay home and wait for a phone call, because if I answer the phone in this storm, I'll die. I don't believe in the game lets you get hit by lightning, so The only way the lightning can kill you is if you use the phone. Well, that's going to be annoying. Barely see. Need the tools so I can steal the Rusco. Need some beer so I don't starve or die of thirst. And it will also help with the stress. Need to leave this at the house. Alright, I was going to place an order on the same trip. We want to have that specifically for tuning. May as well grab those so we can monitor the battery. Better tools. What is that? 5, 7, 8, 50. I'll say 1200 marks that I need to keep spare. Well, that was fast. The storm's already over. No, save the rest of the money so that I can get... so that I can get some tires from, what's his name? Plutari. Anything I need. Anything else do I need? I need to not leave the door open or a wasp will get inside. But no, off to town. Oh great, I left the beer on top of the controls. That's better. Ah, there's the rain. I guess it's moving in the same direction we're driving. Yeah, I need to make it to town so I can get some cigarettes before I die of stress. Because I don't think Twitch will be happy if I start spamming the swear button. I mean, I'll press it once in a while, but That just once in a while doesn't do anything to bring it down. No train. No train. Okay, now, keep our eyes open to the sides of the road, see if we can find a wreck. Nope, rain again. I guess we won't see anything. Actually, yeah, that was one of the spots they could spawn. I don't see anything. Grandma will be inside because it's raining. I can't remember if the rain stops the wasps. I'm pretty sure it's just nighttime that does that. No train. No train. I mean, I say look out for any vehicles on the side of the road, but as we saw with my first life, even if they're right there, I will drive past them without seeing them. And I will do it half a dozen times before I look at the map and realize I was run right where I was going. Ah, that's better. The amount of... Oh, damn it. I was about to say I don't like having the wiper noise on. I'm pretty sure it's overpowering the music. Pretty sure there's a wreck in there. Because there usually is at least one. Or at the very least, there's some GT parts I'd like to pick up in there. But that can wait until after I've built the car. through it. Oh, fair enough. Don't know how close I am to dying. I don't know why the stress went up a lot faster this time. But then again, usually I'm able to head out to town on the first day, and I've got cigarettes before then, before the second day. So I suppose I just haven't experienced building the entire car in one day. I was about to question whether or not how the traffic is handling the rain, but I don't think it actually changes the performance of AI vehicles. Only player vehicles. But then again, they're not very good drivers in the dry. So I guess that doesn't even matter, no matter what. Damn it, the wiper can't exactly keep up. I mean, it's just enough to see where the road is. And at least the tractor doesn't go fast enough for it to be a problem. And the turn off into town. We can refuel the tractor, buy our groceries and car parts. And post our letter. And chain smoke. Get rid of the stress. I have to turn around, don't I? Yeah, I have to turn around. I get it fuel oil. But if I get caught with fuel oil in this, well, if I get caught, fuel oil's the least of my problems. Because it's not registered. Doesn't have any safety devices. So I'd be getting in trouble regardless. That is, unless I have a hay bale attached in some way. Anyway, letter. That order's placed. Okay, get the minimum. That's 1, 2, 3. One of those. One of those. One of those. 2 of those. Even though technically I don't need it. 1 of those. I can piss in the radiator to save money. That's the car stuff. 1322. That's the car stuff. Cigarettes. Get rid of my stress. Have a staring contest with Timo. Blow smoke in Timo's face. And buy all of his sausages. You know what, the juice and everything else can wait until I have the stuff to do it. Could have moved the tractor over here. Take my shopping. We'll go get the tire. Well, actually, I haven't quite decided whether or not I'm stealing the Rusco. I mean, I should probably try. No. Because even if I have to tow it back with the tractor, that's still faster than... It'll end up with being a vehicle that I can use that's faster than the tractor. Need to get past before the bus comes around. So we'll pick up the wheels, drop them off at Fleetari's, pay for some tyres. No, we'll go try and get the Rusco first, then pick up the tyres. So we're going to have to shove the Rusco into the lake to kill off the wasps. And hopefully we don't die in the process. I don't like dealing with wasps, which is, again, why I don't normally do this. I haven't gone past it yet, have I? No. It's the next turn off. There's the shed with the wheels, so this should be the turn off. Here's where the gambling man is. That's the shed with the Rusco. Can I smash it open, or do I need to open it normally? I open it normally. Like someone who's a bit more civilized than me. Problem, it's facing the wrong way. And I don't want to get out because I'm... There we go. Now I just need to get this into the lake. Need to make sure that the wasp nest is submerged. And that I can pull myself out. Now for the test of whether or not I die. No wasps. Good. I think. I might just die in a moment. No wasps. Now, does this thing have a handbrake? I don't remember. I don't think it does. The ignition lights. I don't think... Okay, there's the handbrake. Handbrake was on the entire time. It was still rolling around. Basically, we've got no fuel. And this is the reason why I don't normally take it. So I'm going to move everything over into this. I hope I don't die because no seatbelt. And the horn will go off at random points in time on its own. I'm not taking it. I'll come back for it at another point in time if I want it. I'd rather the slow tractor. Even though I don't have the storage space for much more. And I'm going to have to pick up a bunch of wheels. Ah, that's what I also forgot to do. I forgot to grab the jerry can. So that means I'm going to have to make another trip around the map. So that means I probably shouldn't grab the wheels from the mansion this time. I can do that when I have the jerry can. Which will happen after I've unloaded all of this. I probably should have just put the Roscoe on a tow rope behind the tractor. But what's the bet the van will be available once I get home? I've still yet to be here when the dance is on. So I've never gotten the watch. Reckon I can make it home before I have to eat one of the sausages? I mean, I just have to drink a beer and that'll cancel it out. I can't reach the beer. I can't reach the beer, damn it. No, I should grab the wheels anyway, because I can fill up the jerry can when I take the boat across, because I have to get the things from the island as well. So if I grab the tires, the old wheels from the mansion, then I won't need to come out here again. And I can use the boat, get the stuff from the island, and bring the jerry can across to fill it up in the same trip. Yeah, so I want to get these out of the vehicle first before I go up to the mansion. It probably also means I will need to eat one of the sausages. Hello. I should just open the door. Where can I put these? Somewhere they won't move. Because when they get tires added to them, if they collide with something, they'll move. I want them to be reachable from the door so that I can't lose them. Because if he's closed, you can't grab things. And technically, I don't have to put them inside. Okay. I would like some cheap tires. Here goes most of my money. Now, did I guess the right shopping bag? No. A beer for the Haunted Mansion. Let's go in. And stab the mansion with the forks. It didn't fall down, damn it. It's still kind of blocking the doorway. That's better. Damn it. Okay, we're out. Don't know what's going on. Oh well. Oops, the wrong button. I opened a calculator. Now, sneak past the wasps. There are two things I have not died to in this game. Actually, technically I have died to the wasps. Just not in this playthrough series. And rather than go past the wasps again, jump out the window. And these should help to build the car. Should have a drink before I go. And now we go home. Like, we've got everything we need to put the car together. But we just don't have any fuel to run it and tune it. I'm trying to decide, if the van's there, should I take the van? Honestly, I probably should just take the van if the van is there. But I can't tow the Rusco with the van. Oh, hey, Penner. Been all the way across and back? But no, I'm going to finish putting the rest of the car together. So if the van's there, I'll... It doesn't matter, I'll take the boat. But once we've got everything together, I'll take the boat across, get the stuff, and work out how I'm going to afford it. To buy everything. Because I want to get some coffee and the stuff for making kill you. Because at the moment, how can I make money? Selling wrecks? Finding a wrecked car and selling it? Selling kill you, but that takes 3 days to brew and you need to have the money to buy the stuff in the first place. I get lucky and have a vehicle on Friday, I can get money from Timo. But really, we're well into the time period when I should have the van available. So I think I'll reopen that wiki article and check how long exactly it's once you get the van to when you can permanently have the van and start doing sewage jobs. So yeah, we're gonna sit around home. Okay, that's probably the big job. Firewood. We're gonna sit around at home until we get the firewood job. Well, technically no. Because that should be about the 3-hour mark that happens. So that's another hour and a half from now. Real time, not game time. I suppose it will also be a bit of a rest from having, what, it's like 40 minutes of tractor noise. Ah, sounds like Penna is coming up behind me. Nope, I'm just hearing the cars on the highway. Oh, or maybe I was hearing the train. Or I was hearing that chainsaw. All I know is there was a buzzing in my ear. That was not the tractor. what is it, like a eighth of a tank? Go from town to home, a long way. But anyway, aside from fuel, we got everything needed to build the car. I should have checked for... there's a van. I should go grab the keys so that the timer starts on when we get the truck. Grandma wants fish, which is the good mission, because that pays the most money. Yes, while we run over to Uncle's. Full of a hedgehog impression. Give me the keys. So we won't have the van tomorrow. Is there anything I can do with the van today? Not really. So how much fuel did he give us? Okay, 3/4 of a tank. We'll check it later. The next time we see it, how much fuel it has. Because I don't need the van now. I could have used it in the morning, but I don't need it anymore. It's also sometimes why I don't even bother with the tractor. I just sleep and the van's available. I can use the van to do everything. I should also double check these wheels, because the two lower condition ones I want on the back. The front ones take the most damage while driving. So if you put the worst ones on the back, you don't have to replace them as soon, technically. Also, this battery needs to go on the charger, or it will go flat over time. Is it like half from just the drive here? The food needs to go in the fridge, but I want to check the wheels first. We have 1% for the back, yes. 57 for a front. 61. And 1. I somehow did it without knowing the condition. Now this one, are you food or you are food? So you go in the fridge. Or in the kitchen to explode. Put this away so it doesn't go off. And that should be enough food for ages. I'm going to check that there's probably a bill. There's usually a bill in the first couple of days. Because it would be a pain if I spent all my money on food and then it goes off. Thinking, yeah, put the car fully together, then use the boat to get the jerry can refilled. Ah. I have to check it in on Wednesday morning then. Okay, the hay bale job is on. But I'm not going to do it because I don't do that job for some reason. Actually, more to do with it's only 3,000 marks and there's like 30 or so hay bales around everywhere. Okay, what do we have left to put together? Body, fuel, electrical, and brakes. And clutch. They probably have this back to front, but whatever. Damn it, there it was. Is that a bolt there? No, it's just the points. Clutch in. That's the one with the bolt in the center. I think. No. Why do I always think it has a bolt in the center to hold it on? Because it's got that bracket. One. They're all on the other side. Huh. There's only two in there. Right, front and back. think that's everything at the front. I can't recall if there's another point somewhere in there for the brakes. But if there is, we'll just have another case of it leaking out fluid. And somehow still getting registered, despite it. I want to put the spark plugs in before that. Did I remember to buy a filter? I mean, that's why I want to build everything before I go back out. Just so that I know what I forgot. Okay, what else needs to go in? Cooling. And gear linkage. That's the radiator in, and the hoses. Our gear link, oh, fuel strainer and gear linkage. Doesn't this have to end up, yeah. Goes from the side over to the fuel pump. That was a random guess. Yeah, gear linkage might be easier if I put the wheels on first. Just so it's a bit higher off the ground. Even though it's going to roll because it doesn't have a handbrake either. Put the covers on, hide the gross wheels. Wonder how far they're sliding. All the way out there. No, that's a bottle. I mean, that's labeled incorrectly. It's a wheel cover, not a hubcap. I mean, it's a common mistake, but... But then again, a regular person, Finnish guys out building a car out in the garage, probably not going to know the difference. (9:30). Another half an hour before the TV switches to nighttime mode. Okay, anyway, let's go back to this. How long until we actually get the van permanently? Further period of time. They're not saying how long. I seem to remember it being about 3 hours real time. Somewhere around there. I've still got all the wiring to do. I'm still a fair way off this. And I'm falling asleep. I think I've got everything screwed down so I can try fill these up, see if they leak. Yeah, that's a clutch one. We'll have like 400 mil left in that one. Yep, that was a full liter into the front brake reservoir. It should be a full liter into the back one. We'll go to sleep and then check them in the morning to see if they emptied out. They went down. Just to see if they leak. If they leak, then it means I missed a bolt. No, I'm not doing the headlights tonight. We have the oil here. And I need to use myself as a human water container to fill up the reservoir, the radiator. I'll eat in the morning. And the question is, do we have the van today? Or is Uncle taking the van away? It's there for our use, okay. So that's an option. Pizza for breakfast. So we need to get fuel, because I forgot to bring the jerry can with me to refuel the car. I mean, it doesn't mean anything considering the fuel tank is still there. But I also need to head to the island to get the other stuff. Get the kill you bucket. Because without that, it's going to be a pain to make money. Right, gear linkage. Just going to finish this up. Okay, there's the 2 bolts. Really the smallest? Ah. Technically I'd be dead. Car fell on me. Not again. Okay, it's on its side. I can put all the things underneath in before trying to flip it back. Where's the handbrake? At least I didn't smash the windshield out like I did on my first save in this series. Although that could still happen. I'm waiting for the firewood delivery guy. Right. Didn't have the right size. I don't believe it when I see the smallest. Nope, don't flip over anymore. I want to at least put the exhaust in before you roll over. Come on, stay still. Like, I'm pretty sure it's denting the panels, but that's why I put the mod for the hammer in. The repair hammer redux. Anything else that goes underneath? I don't think so. I mean, I can get to the muffler easily enough. I suppose it's time to try flip it back on its wheels. Push. Halfway. Flip, damn you. Don't make me use the tractor. I might have to use the tractor. Screw it, tractor. Okay, why are you stuck on... Why couldn't you just roll instead of sliding? You had better be the firewood. Okay, my tires are ready. There goes my windshield, which is another few hundred marks to repair. Damn it. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow, Zigzag Lawyer. Yeah, just trying to get the car back on its wheels. Nope. Right click. Doesn't it go down? Okay, it doesn't go down any further. Okay, there we go. Aside from the fact that I'm going to have to... Aside from the fact I'm going to have to pay Litari for another windshield. Actually, the first windshield for this save. All because of that jack. When I'm trying to get underneath the car and the car just flies away. Okay, what was I up to? I should have put the fuel tank in while it was upside down. Of course, I didn't think about the fuel tank, because that's normally not something you have to worry about. Normally the exhaust falling off. More of a pain to put back in. Which becomes useful having the car upside down to do. I think that's all of them. And does this have a... I can't remember if there's a bolt for that. I feel like that should have a bolt holding it, but it seems it doesn't. Muffler. I was about to say, and then we might be able to go test it, but no, we need to go fill up the jerry can first. Any more functional parts aside from the wiring? Yes, a shifter. Okay, that should be everything functional for the car. Well, this should be everything functional for the car. Empty. No, it's not completely empty. Don't want to waste it. One more fluid to go in the car. And it's like you'd think you'd have a bucket to just do this with regular water. Although technically water's not that good of a coolant. Yeah, I didn't have the extra money to spend on actual coolant. So there's only two fluids you can put in there. Coolant or urine. But the game doesn't care about which. I know realistically it wouldn't perform as well as proper coolant and it would smell horrible. But as far as the game's concerned, they perform the same. And that's full. Okay, only thing left is wiring. Well, for functionality is wiring and getting some fuel. Oh, and the dashboard. I should put the dashboard in. Nah, I can go without the dash for the moment. Need the black battery so I can do the wiring. Yeah, I just hit F randomly, trying to figure out what goes where. I don't actually know the wiring positions properly. Although I do know the actual points where they are. How much is left here? I need to unscrew the ground connection point. Okay, what am I missing? It's alternator wired, starter motor wired, fans wired. Headlights are wired. I still see two markers on the main, well, two sockets on the main wire. Wiring harness not in. Regulator is wired. Both ends, yep. Ignition coil is wired. There's nothing to wire because there's no dash in. Wire the fuel tank so that the gauge works. I need to actually put the rear lights in order to wire them. That should be everything functional. You know what? The jerry can does start with a little bit of fuel. Should be enough to do some tests. I have that tiny little bit. What is it, like 1/16th? It's not enough to actually get to town to refuel, but should be enough to test. This battery's dead. This battery's good. Would have helped if I tightened everything down. The smallest. Never believe it when it's the smallest spanner. Okay, there is some tuning I can do without the dash. I'll need the screwdriver. I should just put the dashboard in so that I can see what's happening, but... yeah, I missed something. I didn't wire in the ignition. There. Right, don't do that with the battery connected. Why was it? I have some notes for tuning. We're doing distributor, so we advance it by going down. Ah, it died. I have the feeling we ran out of fuel. I should just put the dashboard on. I'm just going to put the dashboard on so that I can actually see how much fuel and stuff we have. That was just me being silly by not putting it on. I had better not have drained the battery completely. Huh. I thought you could assemble it without... I suppose that's what I get for not... for just trying to skip through everything functional. So are you charging? Or am I going to have to spend more money on another battery? I might have to spend money on another battery. I'm specifically waiting for a call from the firewood person. Because that's probably the best job I can get at the moment. That's the dashboard wired in. I don't think I'm going to have any charge from this battery. I think it's dead. I think I killed the battery. Yeah, out of fuel. But actually the battery's still okay-ish. I'll probably just have to leave it on charge for a while I go out to town and get fuel. And probably buy a second battery anyway, because it's probably going to die. Because normally this is an indicator of a completely dead battery. Okay. Plan. Head to town. Buy fuel. On the way back, pick up the stuff from the island. Actually, while I'm at town, I should also buy the stuff to start brewing some Killu. Do I take anything else with me? No. Okay, I need to get the stuff from the island, so I'm taking the boats. What's with the camera? Ah. And with the amount of noise the boat makes, I won't be annoyed if people leave. It's only got one gear. Slow. And loud. I'll go via the island on the way back. Or I could just go to the island and use the van to get the fuel. You know what? Screw it. Yes, that's a better idea. Half the amount of time that I'm in this boat. Use the van to get the fuel, and also pick up my new wheels from Fleetari. Because at that point, I should be almost ready to get the car registered once I put the rest of it together. I'll be able to drop the fish trap off at Fleetari's at the same time. I mean, this is all assuming that my uncle doesn't take the van away while I'm out here. Okay. Fish trap. I'm not leaving you on the island, I'm taking to Fleetari's. Because with you at Fleetari's, there's no longer any reason to ever come back to the island. Never have to deal with the boat if I take everything. While I have the chance. Kill you with lake water. You know what, I'm going to take everything with me this time. Even though I don't normally use, like, the fireworks or the lantern. The lantern might actually be okay to have around. In the water and it goes out. Damn. Okay, take this home, and it'll probably be the last that I use the boat for. Unless, of course, I end up that situation where I want to... If I get stuck with a dead vehicle somewhere and need transport. But that's only ever happened once. And where's the dock? That's the clearing with the house in it. Oh, there it is. Actually, there's the tractor. And there's the dock. I should have, yeah, I should have gone and grabbed the van to use as transport between the house and the dock. Because I don't think I'm going to fit the fish trap in here. Take the coffee pan with me while I go get the van. Okay, van's still there. There's a bill in there, but I couldn't get to it. Ah, phone bill. Would have thought it would have been power bill. Now, some of this stays at home, and the rest comes with us. That is, depending on how late in the day it is. I might need to sleep and do it tomorrow. And if that's the case, then I may as well just finish the car tonight. I'd grab it. Now, a lot of this can just stay on the outside. It doesn't need to go in the house yet. I'll take the kill you bucket with us so we can start brewing in town and drive it with us. Oh, I have to go inside anyway. Thirsty. Hold on, what time is it? Another trip inside. 4 o'clock. I should be able to make it. With the tractor I would have said no, but with the van... And it doesn't matter what time we get to Fleetari's, because I can just grab the stuff through the wall. As long as I'm there early enough to fill up the jerry can. And then it won't be a wasted trip. But, well, technically I can steal fuel. Yeah, even if I get there after Timo closes, I can steal the fuel. Because the pub side is open till 2 AM. And as long as the pub side is open, you can get through and hit the buttons. I hope 400 marks is enough. I mean, it should be enough for the fuel. I'm just hoping that it's enough for the stuff to start making kill you. Well, I might steal the fuel anyway. Actually, no. I have things I want to buy from in-store, so... I can't steal the fuel if I buy stuff from in-store. Okay, this is the area where there's usually a cop. If there is going to be a cop, it'll be up here. Come on, get below 80. They usually write a speed camera on the top of this hill and the checkpoint down below. Nope, they're not here. Good. That seems to be the most common spot for me to find police in this game. Ah. Well, I won't be able to use the bus if I need to. If I get stuck. Oh, no. He's still going. Just sometimes he randomly smashes into and crashes around here. But if he gets stuck, then you no longer have the option of using the bus. Okay, so what's my minimum? I need the stuff to start brewing. But if I can't buy the actual jugs, then it will be a waste. If I can't buy everything in one go, then I should just not buy anything. Let's see there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. And all the juice. And my order's ready, but I can't pay that. 200 marks. I think that's everything. Yeah, that should allow me to start brewing. Allow me to start making money. Damn it. Yeah, that's all the sugar. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 yeast, and seal it up. And it'll be 3 in-game days for it to brew. Now off to Fleetaris to get my new wheels, my new tires. I'm pretty much broke at this point. But at least I've got enough food. Enough food at home to last for quite a while. Got Grandma asking for fish, which means as soon as I can catch 5 fish, then I'll be able to grill them and sell them off for 1,000 marks. I'm still waiting on the lumber firewood job, which is 3,000. And eight containers to kill you. That's only around 800, 600 marks. But the barrel can hold 20, which is around 3,000. Don't think I will need to use it, but if I have to, I can go start picking strawberries. But I'd rather do Timo's job in the tractor than do that. Okay, the turn-off is here. Grab my wheels, go back on the highway, and go home. Actually, no. Grab my wheels, put the fish trap in the water, then go home. Even though it's closed, I should be able to reach the wheels. I should also grab the other stuff that is sitting around here. Like the GT steering wheel, the radar. The long coil springs. Better rocker cover. Because I don't know when I'll be able to come back here again. I mean, I don't exactly like the long coil springs, but having them at home as an option, or maybe I should leave them here as said.
Vitun mulla.
Could have parked closer before doing this, but I gotta get my steps in. Keeps my character's weight down so that I don't slow down the car as much when I reach the race. Yeah, which side is the top? Okay. And now we head home. Head home to sleep. And then give starting the car another try. Wonder how far Penna got. We saw him pass us while we were loading things up. I all of a sudden become concerned that I only grabbed 3 of the wheels for some reason. And I want to check. Just a random concern. Nope, they're all there. Just random paranoia. Now, if I have a bill for power, I don't think I'll be able to pay it, which will suck. No bill? No bill. It'll suck because all of my food requires the power staying on. Okay, unload. Because I have to give the van back to Uncle. I probably won't use the radar buster. It's only useful if you intend on turning around when encountering police. In which case it is useful. Because it will start beeping the moment they're spawned. But the fact that you have to throw it out of your car or you get a fine means that I'm not really interested in having it in the car. I don't know if it's actually a thing, but it seems to get the van permanently faster if I return it to him. Or it could just be placebo, like a lot of things. Falling asleep with max fatigue. Oh, we missed the phone. Okay, so asleep, and Thursday will be the day that I try start the car again. Unplug the phone because I don't want to wake up at 2 a.m.
Ai, 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 ai.
Now, if I had the money, FEMA restocks on Thursdays, so this would be the day that I'd want to go get some more bottles. Actually, technically I do have enough money for that. It would be a waste of a trip because it would be for one thing. Like, I'll do that when I have enough money to pay for my order. Now, we're going to try start the car. We have fuel. Of course, someone calls now. Yeah, I've missed it. Okay, the tuning that I need to do is rockers and distributor timing. So is this tightened? No. Loosen it by 1. And so I'll be scrolled down to advance it until I hear it ticking. Ah, I pulled the battery. Oh, good. It wasn't dead. It did charge. Because I can't afford another battery at the moment. Because batteries are around 200 marks. 220. I only have 190. So, pull the choke. Come on. It is slowly moving. Turn up my volume. There it is. Yeah. Okay, now I need to take the cover off. Take the cover off while it's running. I mean, so that I can lash the valves. Normally you'd use a feeler gauge for this, but we get to do it the jank way. Well, the game intends you to do this the jank way. Because normally taking this cover off means a lot of oil flying everywhere. It's, scroll down until ticking. And you can probably guess that that ticking noise is the valve hitting the piston, which isn't a good thing. Well, that's all the tuning that I can do easily. Yes, Timo, I saw it. So the only other tuning part that I can do is AFR, but I don't have an AFR gauge to do that with. Put the new cover on. Also, I need to put the air filter on or the throttle will stick. the downside to using that cover is you can't paint it. You can paint this one. And you can paint the air filter the same or different color. Don't tell me it's the smallest one again. No. Now should I... I'm gonna give the AFR a try. So I need to warm it up first to operating temperature. Like, will it actually move if I... It'll move. Come on, need to get to that to the middle. Once it's at operating temperature, you then put the choke in and check the exhaust. The fact that it's backfiring means too rich. Too rich is too high. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give it 2 more. 1, 2. Oh wait, too lean actually, technically. Because we turned the AFR down, which means we were putting more fuel into it. Or were we? Three up. The alternator's not in very good condition. Nah, I'd say, yeah, that's good enough. Problem with that red light is it means it's discharging the battery, which generally means the alternator's not good enough to hold the charge while idling. Anyway, next step, wheel alignment. Okay, you need to go in a bit. I think. Yeah. You're still too far out. That's still a little too far out. That looks like dead straight, so we want 3 clicks in. Or maybe 2 more, so 5 in. 5 in from straight. Yeah. You want a little bit of toe in to make it more controllable. I think. That's what I did last time and it worked well. Not quite straight. A little... about straight, so put it in by 5. 3, 4, 5. We'll see how straight that is. Take it for a little drive. Okay, so no touching the steering wheel. Okay. Yeah, that's relatively straight. It seems to torque steer, though, to the right when accelerating. And then left when not. Okay, I might want to cancel out a little bit of that toe in. The steering's a bit slow. Maybe pull it down to 2 notches in instead of 5. I mean, technically this is good enough to register it. Once I put the body on. Of course, registering it requires that I make some money. That's 300 marks to do. Three. That's 2 in and 1. No. 1, 2, 3. That should be 2 in on that. But effectively, the car's functional. Just not exactly looking like a car. More like a buggy. Ah. To be honest, I'm wondering if I should finish the car off today or just end and leave it for next week. Because at this point in time, I need to make money before I can do anything more on the car. I mean, to register it, I'll need to put all the body panels on, the bumpers and grille. Actually, I don't know if the bumpers are necessary, but... and put those wheels on, because these are dry rot. Those wheels are dry rot and won't work. I need to buy a new windshield, which is what? Do I have it here? No, I don't have it written down. I need another 1200 or so for my order from Timo. You know what? Browser. Litari. How much is the windshields? Windshield replacement. So we're looking around 2,000 marks. And that is necessary to register the car. Pretty sure I dented some parts of this. Again, yes, this is a mod. To beat panels back into shape with the hammer. Oh, I just realized there's a screw that I missed. I missed it last time as well. We're leaking fuel. What bolt is that? How much fuel did I lose from all that? Yeah. That's wasted money. Yeah, I think this is a logical point to end the stream. The car's running, tuned, mostly. Need to do the AFR once I get the gauge, but I think it's in a good range at the moment. I need 2,000 marks to replace the windshield, so I can't get it registered today anyway. That will get most of my money. And I can use it to transport things. But yeah, I'm going to end here. I know it's only 3.5 hours instead of 4, but I can't really think of a better point. It seems like a logical point to end. So anyways, yeah, there's an update to MSC loader that I need to go do sometime in the week. So anyways, if you're only interested in my summer car, it will be back next Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern. I should probably learn how to do my outros a bit better. I stream, on Balnam, I stream 3 times a week, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. All at 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern. Your local time will be down below. Tomorrow we got an hour of Beat Saber to go through, my usual. And if you're only interested in my summer car, it'll be next Saturday. Anyways,